Just a few months ago we were wondering what was happening to Vcha, and sadly the worst scenario came out. KG filed a lawsuit against JYP to get out of the contract while claiming abuse and mistreatment. Just recently it was announced that Vcha will make a comeback in 2025, but now probably that won't happen. On December 7th, KG shared an Instagram story that revealed she had filed a lawsuit against JYP Entertainment after experiencing abuse at the hands of the company's staff. She claimed that the treatment was so bad that a member of the group had attempted to unalive themselves. Yesterday, I filed a lawsuit because I have decided to terminate my contract with JYP Entertainment and exit Vcha after experiencing incidents of abuse and mistreatment by certain staff members. I feel it was not a good environment for my mental health, and I apologize if my leave disappoints any of you. I am not in support of the working and living conditions that led a member to attempt unaliving. Nor do I support an environment that encourages eating disorders and has caused members to hurt themselves. I made this decision back in May and am still waiting for release from my contract. I am worried for the girls who remain in Vcha, my friends, who I truly love and care for. I also realized if I remain at JYP Entertainment, I am not able to become the artist I aspire to be, as I really enjoy songwriting and production. I have accumulated a massive amount of company debt, while being paid very little for the intense work and extreme limitations on our personal lives. Although such incidents occurred, there were also beautiful moments. I'd like to thank J.Y. Park, company executives, and staff for believing in me and the exceptional training. I do not blame anyone for the treatment endured, but feel this is an issue that lies deep embedded in the K-pop industry. I am grateful for the friendships I made and the incredible opportunity to perform for a global audience. Thank you Vlites for your love and support, and I ask you to continue to shine your support towards Vcha, regardless of my absence. I've grown a love for Korean culture and K-pop music. In the future, I will continue making music in this genre, but not under these circumstances. I hope that my leave can encourage the K-pop system to make changes for the better, in hopes of protecting the idols and trainees who remain in these companies' hands. It was for sure upsetting for fans to hear all this. Media was able to get the legal document which details everything JYP Entertainment allegedly put KG and the remaining members of Vcha through during their time with the company. The document alleges that KG's daily schedule began at 7 a.m. with 3 school hours. She returned to the JYP building by 10:30 a.m., where she worked long hours, sometimes past 11 p.m., though JYP staff allegedly pressured her to stay until 1 to 2 a.m. with promises of disappointment and consequences if she did not. The lawsuit includes a statement from KG stating that the only free time the members were given was during hours they should have been sleeping. Contract terms and payment. The lawsuit alleges that JYP used tricky loopholes to avoid treating KG and other members as they should have been under California law, using their status as trainees to create a legal gray area. It is also said that at times, contracts, some even in Korean, would be given to the group with little time to study them. This gray area allowed JYP to not follow payment agreements, and KG was only paid $500 a week. The company revealed that it was recouping this amount, meaning KG was paying herself. Also being recouped was the cost of the living facilities, a $2.5 million home purchased by the company that the group were forced to stay in together, creating a $500,000 trainee debt. Though Vcha did multiple performances, including opening for twice, KG did not make any money and was told she owed $504,503 after net profits. Diet and surveillance. The group were also pressured to maintain an extreme level of thinness, and often only fed small salads. On multiple occasions, the members were denied meals and even instructed not to eat by staff. This continued into the residence where the group resided, with surveillance cameras placed to monitor their food consumption, which was initially not known to the group. JYP reportedly promised that there would be no cameras inside of the group's living quarters. The group were also required to request days off in advance, and were expected to report their locations and who they were with to the company on there, including on their weekly Sunday day off. Health issues. During a dance practice, KG was singled out and forced to perform a dance move hundreds of times and denied water until she got it correct, which resulted in a tendon in her shoulder tearing. While she reported that the doctor instructed rest, she was still forced to work through the injury and received shots in her shoulder. The members all reportedly experienced multiple serious injuries while training, including sprained ankles. They were forced to continue dancing 12 hours a day, with staff not allowing members to take it easy even when asked. KG was also diagnosed with laryngitis at one point but was scolded for getting sick and told it was her responsibility not to get sick. The circumstances the members were placed under resulted in much stress and mental anguish, with the lawsuit stating that one member began to hurt herself, while another fell into a deep eating disorder and attempted living by consuming pills. The latter member was found by KG, who along with the others, were instructed to lie about the reason for her disappearance. It seems it was Kaylee, literally a child. This makes me so mad. I already felt uncomfortable when they chose to debut her with Vcha due to her age. They really should stop with debuting kids. Like in a previous video, I mentioned an LA-based JYP manager said they are going to follow regulations set by California when it comes to minors working. But it seems like again it was just talks. Abuse. The document claims that KG and the members were often subjected to verbal abuse from staff members, designed to make them train harder. On one instance, a dance instructor berated KG in front of the entire group, resulting in one of the members running from the room in tears. Many have shared their concerns for Kaylee and the rest of the group and demanded that JYP Entertainment respond to the allegations presented. The attempt was made in February, and Kaylee went on hiatus in March. Please, God, I hope it wasn't her. She was only 14 years old. A detailed account of the abuse Vcha has suffered. We can't let these companies keep getting away with destroying people's lives just so they can make money. We've seen a huge increase in abuse with multiple companies against their artists recently. Something needs to be done. Opinions among Korean netizens are deeply divided. Some argue that KG's actions are justified and a necessary step toward addressing systemic issues. They believe that even Korean trainees, particularly underage ones, should begin calling out these systemic abuses in the K-pop industry to prompt meaningful change. Others, however, claim that the rigors of idol life, such as constant surveillance, limited sleep, and strict weight maintenance, are inherent aspects of the profession. They suggest that Western trainees may struggle to adapt to these norms, reinforcing skepticism about forming Western-based K-pop groups or groups with Western trainees due to cultural differences. The K-pop system is incomprehensible to Westerners because their mindset is so different. It seems unlikely that Westerners could endure this. For us, performing in front of a senior idol group is seen as support and encouragement, but they see it as just work. Westerners wouldn't be able to endure it. We, Koreans, see idols as part of a well-thought-out plan, but these trainees see their companies more as managers rather than creators. Did these idols not know what they were getting into when they decided to try this? On the other hand, comments deeply supporting KG and demanding systemic change include: the comments saying that they didn't realize it was like this are absurd. The real problem is that in our country, as long as money is involved, violating and infringing on basic rights becomes acceptable. If this was a group being prepared for localization, the agency should have been aware of these issues and adjusted the system accordingly. Since they failed to do so, it led to a unaliving attempt, and now people are blaming the overseas member? That's truly disgusting, lol. The reaction of blaming a member who couldn't adapt to such a bizarre and unreasonable system is also bizarre. K-pop, which has thrived on abusing and gaslighting young people, shouldn't grow any further. It needs to change, and if the system can't change, it should collapse. It's actually the public that encourages such an environment, so we can't solely blame the entertainment companies. The industry structure is indeed abnormal, but the comments suggesting they should only pick Koreans, Chinese, or Japanese because foreigners can't endure it, how can anything change with that mindset? JYP Entertainment then released their own statement. Dear all, this is JYP USA. We would like to address the recent lawsuit filed by Kira Grace Matter, hereafter referred to as KG, and her public statements on social media. In May of this year, KG left group residence and initiated discussions through her legal representatives. In response, we temporarily suspended Vcha's planned activities and engaged in extensive discussions with KG's representatives to explore potential resolutions. However, recently we have not received any response from KG's representatives, leaving our legal representatives awaiting further communication. We deeply regret KG's decision to file a lawsuit and make unilateral public statements containing false and exaggerated claims. This action has caused significant harm to the other members of Vcha and JYP USA who have been working diligently on their upcoming album and projects for early 2025. JYP USA will take all necessary measures to ensure that neither the other members of Vcha nor JYP USA suffer further harm as a result of this matter. Thank you. KG has since responded to JYP Entertainment's statement. KG expressed her disappointment in JYP USA's lack of accountability. She emphasized that she and her legal team are prepared to back her claims with evidence. She strives to fight not just for her Vcha members but also for all K-pop idols and trainees seeking better treatment. I am very disappointed in the company's lack of accountability. My legal team and I are fully prepared with photographic and physical evidence to prove my allegations are factual, not exaggerated nor false. Thank you to the public for your unwavering support. Please treat both sides with kindness, as this is a difficult time for everyone. I will continue to fight for better treatment of K-pop idols and trainees, in which I promise to speak nothing but the truth. I hope by coming forward, other trainees, idols, and group members can be encouraged to use their voice in order to make positive changes in the K-pop industry. Now, fellow A2K contestants also are speaking up. Former contestants Misha Salkin and Christina Lopez both shared posts via Instagram expressing their support for KG as she takes action against JYP USA. Nice to see that, as KG really needs a support right now as she is going after big company. Following the lawsuit, the JYP contract attached to the lawsuit has been shared online and is gaining major criticism. In particular, it discussed matters regarding the idol's image that the company can control. When speaking about hair, it was discussed that the style and role taken by the company should not be altered. You agree that you shall not, without company's approval, materially alter your hairstyle, including length or color, for the duration of the term of this agreement. Company shall exercise such approval right in good faith and shall only disapprove of any alteration of your hairstyle if such alteration interferes with the rendition of your services under this agreement or, in company's sole good faith discretion, such alteration impairs the group's business or the group's and/or company's brand. 2. In the event company requests, and you approve, of any material alteration of your hairstyle, the cost of such alteration and subsequent maintenance thereof shall be provided by company at company's sole expense. Upon termination or expiration of the term of this agreement, company will provide, at company's sole expense, restoration of color and style to the extent possible considering the length of the hair at the time. Yet, while the strictness of hairstyles is well known, as it often is decided based on the group's concept and comebacks, along with coordinating it with outfits and the other members, other aspects of the contract sparked shock. It spoke on the control over skin color and factors that could impact any change. 3. You agree to avoid any activity that might result in significant changes to your normal skin color, such as excessive exposure to the sun or tanning equipment, to the extent that such significant change would interfere with the rendition of your services under this agreement or, in company's sole good faith discretion, would impair the group's business or the group's and/or company's brand. It then raised eyebrows speaking about the topic of personality and how the company can assign a designated character and personality to the idol, including name, appearance, role, and demeanor that is consistent with the character. B. Member personality. You acknowledge and agree that you may be assigned a designated character and personality within the group, which designation may require you to, for the duration of the term. I. Go by a designated moniker, member name. 2. Maintain a physical appearance and personality/demeanor that is consistent with your assigned character. And 3. Perform a designated role within the group, e.g., lead singer, dancer, etc. Collectively with the member name, the member personality. Company will meaningfully consult with you regarding the member personality, provided that in the event of a dispute, company's decision will be final. When images of the contract were shared online, netizens shared their anger at the control of the company. JYP's contract for Vcha is everything I have known about K-pop, but seeing it written down makes it so insane. Being assigned a personality and controlled right down to your hair, not being allowed to speak up against the company, just crazy. Please read through this. There are clauses for skin color, hair color. All social media posts must be approved by the company. The company can post on their behalf. They cannot say anything negative about the company or their affiliates. Everything is controlled. I was reading KG's contract with JYP. Later I will read it all, more calmly, but some points caught my attention. It literally treats idols like characters and forces them to keep the character assigned to them full time. To be honest, I knew K-pop contracts were horrible, but I didn't know they would be so bad. No wonder why there are fewer Koreans wanting to be K-pop idols. They erase your whole personality and make a character for you. This is sickening. But what are your thoughts? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.